Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. We're going to do one cast a little bit different today. It's Tuesday the 17th of March. They're still running 15,000 CFS, still 5 floodgates, same amount of water as yesterday. Table Rock's still coming up a little bit, but it's pretty much crested. Beaver's coming up a little bit, but they're running a little bit more water. Levels are starting to stabilize, but we're probably going to see this flow for at least a week or so. I posted a fishing report today, and one thing I talked about is coming over and anchoring on the inside bin in slower water and tight lining fishing down below the boat with minnows, night crawlers. And as you can see, just above the resort a little bit, this is a really nice area out here, slower water. And you want to position your boat just right to where you're still in current, but you're not out in fast current. If I was 10 feet out that way, I'd be in too fast a current. If I was 10 feet this way, I'd be in slower current. It'd probably be okay, but I want to be someplace where when I throw out, I have just enough weight and just enough distance, you got to kind of play with it, that I'm close to the bottom using either a night crawler or minnow, and I have thrown out both. All I've got on right now is just a split shot, and about 2 feet above that, or below, 2 feet between that and a number 8 hook with a night crawler, and I've got it hooked just like you see it. This is how we usually hook them. And I might play with that just a little bit. And I'm going to throw this out on the slower side of the, because there's a difference in flow in throwing out and putting my rod here and then putting it here. It's faster water out here. So I've got a smaller weight on this. So I'm going to throw it out on the slow side. Now I'm going to kind of let it go down there a little ways so it'll get close to the bottom. It wouldn't hurt to be on the bottom, especially being a night crawler. Set that right there. Same kind of rig on the minnow. It's a little bigger split shot. I don't know the numbers. It's probably number 4 and number 8 hook. And I'm gonna hook this minnow right up through his lower lip, through his upper lip. So he's hanging off that hook just like that. And throw it straight back behind the boat. I think I just threw it over my worm rod. Oh. Maybe I didn't. No, I guess I didn't. We'll try this again. I want to throw it real hard because the minnow will come off. I'm going to give that quite a bit of line out there. I want it to get way down there behind the boat. That's going to swing in. I might have to add just a little bit of weight to that. We'll see. Got some boats on the water today. Oop, there's about a night crawler. Oh, missed him. I should have let him eat it just a little bit longer, maybe. But that's good. It's good that they hit that night crawler. Yeah, I just about threw over my line again. I'm okay, I think. They hit that pretty hard and fast. That fish is still down there, and if it sees a night crawler again, it'll probably hit it pretty quick. So I think I might pick up my rod and just hold it for a minute. It is fun just to go out and sit in tight lines sometimes. Of course, we haven't had any real slow water or no generation for so long that it's been a long time. Unless you do this. It's just like fishing for catfish. Some of these trout will navigate to the sides, especially the slow sides where the water's a little bit less. The current's a little less, and of course they're on the bottom too. That's where they can get away from the current. Guys are out drifting down and fishing with power bait. They're catching fish. Bill came in with a bunch of fish. He had some people out this morning. Oh, maybe if I set it down, they'll hit it. Sometimes if you pick it up and move it a little bit, it might catch a little more attention. Might get a bite a little quicker. You never know. I could put some air in the worm when we're still fishing, or sometimes drift fishing. We'll pump some air in that worm and make it float, but the current pretty much does the same thing right now. It is, if you have it out there the right distance, the right weight, it'll float it off the bottom a little bit. Sometimes you can tell by when you first start lifting the rod, you can feel a little bit of tension, you know you're on the bottom. If you don't feel any tension, you're probably not. And again, there's no right or wrong. You just got to play with it until you find out what the right combination is to get a bite. Oh, that's my minnow. Here comes John Sappington. He's got a trip today. That stinks. He just kind of hit it and went away. I don't think he'd steal my minnow that easily. Hey Jack, what are you doing? Somebody was asking about Jackson yesterday. He's on the couch asleep. He likes going out in the pontoon. He's got something soft to lay on. I can't imagine he took my minnow that easily, but let's just check it. No, it's still there. The moss is not very bad at all right now. This heavy water has really cleared it out, which is good. I'm gonna let this one go way down there. Now in Missouri, legally you can fish with 3 rods, so I could have a third rod out here, but if fishing got good, it might get really interesting. So I think 2 is about all I can handle. I don't think this one's on the bottom. Let's just give it a little bit of line. I've been crappie fishing a little bit on Table Rock Saturday. Took my son-in-law Josh out. He works for Garmin, and I've got a Garmin live scope. There is a fish. Come on. Got him. So we went over Table Rock, the James River, put in at Bridgeport, found some brush piles that Department of Conservation had planted. And we ended up, I think, with about 10 or 12 keepers, about that many short fish. See, he didn't take that at all. Little one. Still got my worm. Oh, I just lost the worm. Ooh, let's see. I might be able to get him off without pliers. Just turn the hook. There we go. So night crawlers are working. I really thought that minnows would work a lot better here than night crawlers. I just wanted to use both just to see if there's any difference. Just pinch them off right there. Ooh. Okay. See? I don't need 3 rods. Man, they hit that hard and fast. I don't have any chance of grabbing the rod and letting him have a little bit of line. Now, he might have got my minnow. He hit it hard enough. That's the thing when you have that much stuff hanging off. Oh, I said the word off. I have a second GoPro running, and I said the word off. And it is programmed to obey voice commands, and it shut off. Ooh, thought it was gonna go OFF again. That's funny. All right. And I did lose my minnow on this one. I'm picking up a little bit of moss. Let's see. I could put on more weight. I'll lose my GoPros. I could put on more weight and not have to let this drift out as far. Like I said, it's a combination of weight. If I put on a lot of weight, I could put it right there and it would go to the bottom. It's the combination of weight versus distance and current. I think you could use power bait doing this, but I would only use, if you're using like gulp or power eggs, I would just use one egg. If you get 2 eggs on there and you've got current running past your bait, your eggs, if you get 2 on there, unless they're aligned perfectly, they're just going to sit there and twist in the current. It really is the same thing out when you're drifting. When we use an egg fly, we use one egg. I see a lot of people, and we've even told people, you know, use a white and a orange, or white and pink, white and yellow. I really believe that 1 egg is better than 2. It certainly won't twist your line up. But then I am not an authority on drifting power eggs, because I don't do it much. Except if I have kids or want to do something easy. Certainly not tearing this up. What I would do, especially if you're not getting bit, move down 50 yards or move up, try different spots. Down across from Cooper Creek access and down a little ways where that waterfall is, that's a perfect spot. The only thing is you have to navigate a lot of trees and stuff in the water. You'd have to get out past those trees, or you'll just get snagged up all the time. Down below that waterfall, past the little point, that whole bank, all the way down to Monkey Island's good. That inside bank. Just got to find the fish. That out a little bit longer. I'm kind of surprised I'm not getting bit a little more often. There's Chuck Grimes going by, drifting by. He's on a guide trip. I think I said the other day that Blake's been drifting that scud San Juan worm combination in cerise color and doing really good. And Chuck's client's got a fish out there. And Chuck usually doesn't drift bait, live bait. He'll use a fly, egg fly, San Juan worm. You can probably see him now. He's right out there. His client in the back of the boat's got one on. It's like a little one. This one might have been on the bottom just a little bit too much. I'll just reel it in a little bit. I'm gonna go a few more minutes, and at least I got some bites and caught a fish. We might get out this afternoon. It's supposed to be cloudy and there's no wind. It should be a perfect day to throw some jigs, so we might go out and see if they're hitting white jigs again. Oh yeah, I was on the bottom with this one. Let's check it for moss real quick. Yeah, got a little moss on there. Fish is probably not going to eat that. Moss on the weight really doesn't make any difference. I'm not going to let it go out quite so far, just try that. Yeah, that weight, excuse me, the weight is catching the moss before it gets to the hook, which is a good thing. We've had quite a few calls in the office about, whether we're open or not. And we're like a lot of people, we have not gotten any kind of directive that addresses our business. Restaurants, not restaurants. Ooh, fish. I know the theaters are dark now. Oh, I missed him. Golly. I do that a lot with minnows. Let's see if I can catch one real quick. Got him biting now. A lot of the attractions, some of the attractions are open here, but most of them are closed, and shows are closed for a couple of weeks. I don't think restaurants are. I think they're still open. But that's just a matter of time before they get called upon to close. We're just taking it a day at a time. We're still have a lot of people at the resort, a lot of people coming in this weekend. We've had some cancellations, which we understand people. If they don't want to travel, that's no arguments at all. There goes Blake in the pontoon. I hadn't seen that before. You may, ultimately, and it's easy to say, we're trusting the Lord with all of this, with our business, with our clients, with our employees, with our family. We are business-wise planning for the worst and hoping for the best. And like I said, we've always said this resort for almost 38 years, 37 years, it belongs to God, belongs to Him. And we see it as a tool to minister to people who come. Woo, nice fish. That's kind of cool. But regardless, we're going to do one cast and we're going to keep fishing. We might have a lot more time to fish. So one cast might get kind of long. Be funny. Come on, one more bite. One more bite. I was hoping that there was a lot of fish on this bank, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Getting a bite. They're just sucking on it. They're just kind of the fish, maybe he doesn't believe it's real food. All right. Should I do a countdown? Not going to wait forever. Tell you what, I'm going to sign off because this could be another 10 minutes. And I might try some things. If I end up catching one, especially with a minnow, I'll let you know. I'll tag it on the end of the credits. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.